Lockridge.
Well, Gomez got a little zest of adrenaline from those last few minutes, and what happened in the corner revived him a little bit. Well, if Gomez could turn this around, it would easily be the comeback of the year thus far.
And the crowd looking to get into it once again. They've had very little to cheer about. They did earlier when this fight opened up.
Rocky apparently letting him have his few minutes before he begins his devastating attack.
The halfway mark, round 11. Referee is Isidro Rodriguez out of Venezuela. The judges, Guy Chutras of Canada, Humberto Figueroa of Panama, Marcos Torres. Panama scoring on the 10-point must system. Under a minute left in this 11th round. Got to the point where the crowd was cheering the clinches precipitated by Gomez.
Well, anything was better than that one-way beating he was getting. And he looked much better this round, although not demonstrably better as far as winning the fight, but he certainly looks a lot fresher than he had for the last 4 or 5 rounds. And that's what it'll do to you when you have a good round.
And we're now final seconds of round 11. We'll be back right after these messages. The hand clapping and foot stomping has begun here at the Roberto Clemente Coliseum in San Juan. Crowd somewhat encouraged in that Wilfredo Gomez looked better against Rocky Lockridge the last couple of rounds. Really not asserting himself, but not taking the kind of beating that he was taking earlier.
And he was at least trying to fight back, and he was bouncing around as he is at the beginning of this round. Rocky took a day off. I don't know what he did that round because he was on the way to knocking out Wilfredo Gomez, unless he too is getting tired. After all, he has been doing a lot of hacking and hawing here and a lot of punching.
Wilfredo Gomez won the WBC Featherweight Championship back in March of last year by scoring a 12-round decision over Juan Laporte here in San Juan. And at his first bid for the featherweight title, you recall he was knocked out in the 8th by Salvatore Sanchez. He's been both the junior featherweight and featherweight champion. So Gomez beat Laporte by decision. Laporte, a man who knocked out Lockridge in 2 rounds, but we're talking 1981 and 1984.
Ancient history. Right now, it's been a very strange turn of events for Rocky because he has stopped fighting all of a sudden and let Wilfredo Gomez get brave. I can imagine that Dan Duva is going to have some choice words for him when he goes back to this corner. He's so far ahead. That'd be difficult for him to lose this in spite of being in Puerto Rico with a wildly partisan crowd.
Coming up on a minute left, 12th round.
Rocky not coming back when the opportunity is there.
Gomez landing with the right hand, looking a bit more confident. Wilfredo Gomez able to hang on. And the last 2 rounds, he's been up on his toes, looking fresher, while Lockridge has been coasting. And we're coming up to the end of round 12. This is round 13. It has become a marathon. Rocky Lockridge has gone 15 on 2 occasions. The 2 heartbreaking losses to Eusebio Pedrosa, both controversial decisions. Wilfredo Gomez has never gone 15. He's gone 12, he's gone 13, he's gone 14. That's because he has been a knockout artist. This is round 13. It appeared Lockridge was on his way to stopping Gomez. But Gomez looking fresher.
The last 2 rounds has pulled him to within 116 to 112. Remember, this is round 13. 3 rounds to go, which means it's almost virtually impossible for him to win on points. But this is unofficial, remember, just my opinion. Around this corner, around us is Duva country. All the relatives are sitting kind of quietly watching this and saying, what's happened to Rocky? Why didn't he come on?
And again, the crowd reacting to whatever Gomez does.
I call your attention to the fact that Rocky Lockridge is walking around the ring. He is not up on his toes. He's not throwing that authority. He's just sort of walking. And that is not good news, folks.
Earlier, it appeared that Rocky Lockridge was so confident that he could take Wilfredo Gomez out at any time. He just played it very cautiously, biding his time.
And he let him off the hook at least on 2 occasions when Wilfredo was totally out of it. So, boxing remains that strange enigma, that battle of wills, where a man comes up from nowhere and gets a desire to win even though he is being thoroughly whipped. And now it's Rocky Lockridge who looks like he doesn't have anything on his punches.
And you hear the chant for Gomez. And we're coming to the end of the 13th round. We'll be back in a moment. Round 14 in the corner of Rocky Lockridge. Lou Duva just said 2 rounds to go, and Rocky, you're giving your title away.
He may well be, because if the scoring is that close, I want to tell you, Wilfredo's won the last 3 rounds on my scorecard, not because it's been that much of an impressive an edge, but he has come back from the edge of doom. He's on his toes, he's punching. Rocky Lockridge is walking around.
And Rocky looking to land with that sledgehammer right hand.
Well, he should have saved up some energy because he didn't punch any for the last 3 rounds of significance. His punches had nothing on him. So he should be ready for a big finish. Remember, this man is a legend in boxing in his weight, and crowd opinion is for him here in Puerto Rico, and everybody likes to see an old champion come back from the edge of disaster and win that title back.
Crowd cheering because Lockridge stumbled.
Yeah, they thought he was in trouble. He just stumbled, but it looked like his legs gave way. They did not. He stumbled. I think he stumbled on his reputation as a knockout artist.
Halfway through round 14, it's scheduled for 15. again, a timeout. Referee Cedro Rodriguez taking care of matters. Once again, well, this time the left shoe of Wilfredo.
I don't know why they don't just put tape around the shoe. That's the way it goes. All that timeout is good for Wilfredo Gomez.
All the way things have been going recently, I don't think Lockridge minds the rest. Less than a minute to go in this 14th round.
What a charge. Wilfredo Gomez.